Buhari ministers shocked as workers celebrate Peter Obi at Ego Square May Day parade. Wow. Why would Buhari ministers be shocked? They don't know that Peter Obi is a man of the people and almost an integral part of NLC, because there is a very strong alignment between the NLC and the Labour Party. That is it. And the NLC has chosen to also back up the Labour Party because that is where they have hope in the future. So they shouldn't be surprised. How was Tinubu celebrated? How was Buhari celebrated on May Day? That is to tell you who people voted and who the people want to lead them. There's no need to be shocked. Okay? The APC and PDP are currently suffering rejection from the masses because we have tested both PDP and APC for the past 24 years, and both of them have failed Nigerians. They really don't have anything to offer. So they shouldn't be shocked. To the obvious embarrassment of President Muhammadu Buhari, Nigerian workers on May Day celebrated Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi at the Ego Square gathering of the May Day celebration. President Buhari was represented by the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Mr. Boss Mustafa, among senior officials of the federal government present at the ongoing among senior officials of the federal government present at the celebration are the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, Alhaji Mohammed Bello, Women Affairs, Mrs. Pauline Tallinn, and Labour and Employment Senator Chris Ngige, among top members of the ruling All Progressive Congress. APC, who watched as the workers celebrate Obi. That is their own embarrassment. The May Day event had proceeded with usual workers' bravado, with the FCT minister eulogizing the workers and emphasizing the unique collaboration of the workers and the government in fostering cordiality in the working place. It was followed by Senator Ngige, who spoke in the same vein, but not before he had caused a stir after the audio system was adjusted downwards to enable him speak, even as the minister made joke of his vertical challenge in height. Following the speech by Ngige, the president of the two labor centers, Nigerian Labour Congress, Mr. Joe Ajaero, and the Trade Union Congress, Mr. Festus Osifo, were called upon to give their address. However, before they could do so, Mr. Osifo invited Obi to give what he described as greeting. As Obi came up, escorted by some labor officials, the workers busted out into singing as he came up. Osifo continuously charged, "Obedient Nigerian workers, obedient Nigerian workers," and thereafter sang solidarity songs, including Aluta Continua. Obi, in his brief remarks, celebrated the working class, saying, "We are all workers. All we want is a country where Nigerians will be proud to say that we are Nigerians. A country where people will not be struggling to go out. A country where all of us workers will be working and say that they are happy. You cannot get anything right until the workers are working and are being looked after, and their welfare and everything, and they are productive. That is why we say we will move from consumption to production. I urge you to continue what you are doing and to be law-abiding." Good. The speech was tailed off by shouts of "Obi, Obi, Obi." That shout of "Obi" by the workers continued as the NLC president started his speech, to the bemusement of the seated dignitaries, mostly belonging to the APC. Recall that Peter Obi is in the tribunal with claim that the presidential election was rigged against him by the APC, and that is true. It was rigged against him by the APC. So the fact here remains that even though the dignitaries of the APC and the representatives of President Muhammadu Buhari were there at Ego Square with the NLC to celebrate Workers' Day. It was Peter Obi that the NLC and the TUC actually recognized. They didn't care about Peter Obi. I remember when Peter Obi met Ngige there yesterday, Ngige jokingly asked Peter Obi to leave the mail, that he should go and look for votes, okay, on ground. He should leave them alone, they are labor. It was a joke anyway, but every joke has a meaning behind it, okay? But at the end of the day, Peter Obi stole the show. And I'm sure the federal government dignitaries that came there must have been frustrated, and they must have seen that they're actually suffering rejection from all parts of the country, including the labor force. Okay, definitely both the TUC, Trade Union Congress, and NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress, both parties are supporters of labor. That is true. And that is why the current NLC chairman, Joe Ajaero, said they are integral part of Labour and Labour Party belongs to them. That is it. So what is happening here is that the workers in Nigeria celebrated Peter Obi instead of Ngige and the presidency. After all, under Ngige, ASU has gone on the highest strike ever, almost 9 months. Under Ngige, all forms of things have happened in labor, and there's nothing that's coming out. Under Ngige, medical doctors have gone on strike several times. Okay, and under Ngige, medical doctors and nurses are leaving Nigeria. The lecturers are leaving Nigeria. Okay, under Ngige, almost the entire workforce, including the ICT staff of banks, bank workers, banks started going down, banks started grounding because they were losing their workers to international communities. Like people were living outside Nigeria to go and look for greener pasture under Ngige. So actually, and under APC, we have seen the devaluation of Naira, devaluation of salaries. So whether we increase salary or not, it doesn't make sense because already what we're earning does not make sense. There's no value in Nigerian currency. So what else? The government of APC is an epitome of failure. That is true. Failure in all aspects of life. Okay? Workers are working, they can't get their salary, especially the state and federal ministry workers. And then you want to come and celebrate Labor Day, Workers' Day with them. It doesn't make sense. Okay? You don't have regard for the workforce, especially in Gigi and federal government don't have regard for the workforce, and you want them to celebrate you. They can't. So their presence there didn't make sense, they didn't add value, and I'm sure they must have left that place frustrated because they are no longer the people that the kind of people that or the kind of leaders that the people want. That is the truth about it. So let them go and will walk their ways. The truth is that they must return the stolen mandate for Nigeria to move forward. It is either Obi or nothing else. That is exactly the way it goes. So if Tinubu trusts himself, let him go ahead with his inauguration and run his government, and let's see how he will succeed. Now, what is his name? Festus Keyamo is already saying that they should expect another Sudan if Tinubu is not sworn in. Is that not tantamount to saying that Nigeria will be scattered and you will make Nigeria ungovernable? The same statement that FFK made, that if Tinubu is not sworn in, that Nigeria they will make Nigeria ungovernable. It's exactly the same statement that Keyamo has now repeated in a different way, saying that they should expect another Sudan if Tinubu is not sworn in. All right. But the fact remains that on the Labor Day, the workers celebrated Peter Obi instead of Buhari and Tinubu. Full stop.